How you doing, everyone? Welcome back. Excuse the whole being covered in cat hair thing, but when you have 5 of them, you're going to get covered in hair every now and then, and it's going to show up on black. So, anyway, I didn't come to talk about cats or cat hair or being covered in cat hair. What I came to talk about actually had nothing to do with cats. It had everything, well, except for the guy that I'm going to talk about has mentioned that cats are being eaten in Ohio, but that's a video I did some time ago. So, what are we talking about today? Well, Donald Trump is fond of telling us that we're a nation in decline. Well, he's gone far beyond that. We're not a nation in decline anymore. We are now a conquered nation. We are an occupied nation. He's been fond of telling us for some time that you can't even walk down the street to the local convenience store without getting shot, mugged, raped, whatever. I've been quite a few places over the past 4 years that he has not been president, and I have yet to be shot, mugged, raped. In fact, most people have yet to be shot, mugged, raped. Our nation is not occupied. Well, it's occupied in the sense that there are occupants who live here. Plus there are some people who might make the argument that we're actually the occupiers and have been since the very beginning, which is something worth talking about at some other point in time, but that's not what this video is about. We have been conquered. Have we? Because last I checked, I'm still living in my house, and all of my neighbors and everybody in my town, we're all living in our houses. Everywhere that I've been, people are still living in their houses. They have not been conquered. They have not been occupied. They have not been removed. Well, why does he say this? Aurora, Colorado. That's why. Has there been some gang activity out there? Sure. Yeah, there has. And anybody who says there hasn't been is being dishonest with you. However, Trump is massively overstating it. The gangs have not taken over the city. No one has been given a green light, as he said, to shoot the police. The police have not been told to not do their jobs. In fact, Chief of Police in Aurora even said, we're doing our jobs, and they're not going to stop us from doing our jobs. So why is he saying this? Fear, division, divide, conquer. Divide and conquer. That's all it is. He wants everybody afraid of everybody else. And to be honest with you, the demographic that he's trying to appeal to, right here, white men. He wants white men to be terrified. So terrified that we have to put him back in office. But what if I told you that white men are not enough to win an election? First of all, men in general don't even make up the majority. Women are actually more than 50% of the population. Not a whole lot more, but yeah, they're more than 50% of the population. So, if all eligible men vote one way and all eligible women vote the other way, we lose, fellas. We lose. And, in a democratic society, that's the way it's supposed to go, isn't it? But, of course, men are not a monolithic group. White men are not a monolithic group. In fact, it seems like, I don't know, it seems like white men are the only group of people who are actually really allowed to disagree with each other according to some people out there, because, well, black people think this, and black men are here, and Hispanic women are here, and women in general are focused on this. Yeah, you can give generalities like that. And it may be that, the majority of that group thinks that way. But I'll tell you what. How about if we stop the fear, right? Stop the division. Because all it does is make people unnecessarily angry and by promoting this type of stuff, I'm supposed to be afraid of the people who live right over there, right? And the people who live over there, and who live over there, and who live over there. I'm supposed to be afraid of them. Why? Why should I be afraid of them? I'm not. In fact, I don't live my life in fear. Are there things I'm afraid of? Of course, everybody's afraid of something. But when a politician wants you to live in fear, always question the motive. Then again, if a politician tells you that you should never be afraid of anything, again, question the motive. Because there are legitimate fears, right? I think FDR was overall right when he said the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. But, there are legitimate fears. And then there are manufactured fears. Nobody turned a hurricane to wipe out Republican counties in Republican states, right? Well, why is it only red states that were hit? Well, first of all, Georgia and North Carolina are purple states. Second of all, let's just assume they were still red states. It's right there where hurricanes hit. People who live where hurricanes hit just happen to be Republicans. It's not that hurricanes are sent to hit the Republicans. You know why you don't see hurricanes in, Colorado? Well, because they're more concerned with avalanches out there, right? Why don't you see hurricanes in California? Well, they don't hit the Pacific that often. They just don't. California's more worried about earthquakes. Well, why don't hurricanes hit Illinois? I don't know, because tornadoes hit Illinois, that's why. So, don't give me that ridiculous, they turned tornadoes, or they turned hurricanes to hit these red counties in these red states. No. Red states got hit and red counties got hit because they exist where hurricanes happen, not because somebody turned them loose. It's not like Look, if they really wanted to take out red areas, why didn't they also hit Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, everything down there? Why didn't they go all the way up into Arkansas? And then when Trump is out there lying to people saying that FEMA is ignoring people in these red areas, that they're not able to get help. You get the $750 and then they look, the $750, that is an immediate right now thing, right? You get that right now for immediate needs, and then there's more assistance available later. But right now they want to get your immediate needs taken care of. That's what the $750 is. Okay, now, should it be more than that? That's a discussion worth having. But right now, that's the way it is. I mean, that's the limit according, and I'm not sure if it's set by law or if it's FEMA regulation, but that's the way it is. That is the limit at this point in time. Okay. So nobody is deliberately throwing hurricanes at you. Okay? Nobody is flying people into this country to take over. Gangs are not controlling American cities. Are there gangs in American cities? Yes, of course there are. Are they in charge of those cities? No. This is not like Haiti, where gangs literally took over the country. You don't need to live in fear. All right? There's no reason to fear. I mean, there's reasons to fear, of course, but no reason to fear the things that he says you need to fear. He's saying it because he wants you divided so that he can conquer, so that he can win, so that he can take over this country himself and install the dictatorship that he wants, that he wasn't able to install last time because he had people around him last time that were willing to stand up and say, no, you can't do that. He learned from that. He's going to surround himself by sycophantic yes men this time around. He's not going to have that guardrail. He's not going to have people telling him no. Anyway, leave me a comment. Go ahead and like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.